saw this. Oh my god, the other day, okay, I just remember, just like randomly. The other day, I was waiting for the train, and there was like this couple, and they were like going through it. Like, you know, sometimes you have to wait for the train for like a good 5 to 8 minutes or something. And it was like, there wasn't a lot of people. There was like this couple, and the woman was crying in front of, in this man's arm, you know. And this lady was just like, Mo. I don't know, I heard her say like, Mo, like some, okay, I'll try to translate it as best I can. I think I heard her say something like, are we breaking up? He was holding her in his arm, and he was like, I think it's best. And she just like starts like crying, and I was like, maybe I think I should probably walk to another platform or something. Like, I think I should not be here. But the thing is like, I have a specific platform that I get on so that when I get off the train, it like, you know, leads me to the correct exit. You know, I don't want to like walk somewhere else and then I have to like get off the train and then walk more, you know. I didn't really want to leave because this is where I get off after I go on the train. So I just stood there. I was like, fuck these couples, man. Like, if you're gonna do this in public, then I'm gonna be here too, awkwardly. And then in the back of my mind, I was like, and also because I want the content. So then this lady was just like, do we have to break up? And he was like, okay, do we have to break up? And then he was like,
you know I'll always love you. It wasn't meant to be.
And she was like, but I can be better. I can be better. I can change. And then he was like,
it's not you who just has to change. It's me who has to change too. It's both of us. And I think in order to do that, we have to be away from each other.
And then she was just like, but I feel like I can only grow up with you by my side. And I was listening to this with like goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, I haven't read a shoujo manga in so long, everybody. I was saying everybody in my head as if I was already streaming. Guys, I am so mentally ill. And then this lady was just like bawling her eyes out. At this point, I felt kind of bad. I was like, okay, maybe I really shouldn't be here. I looked around and there was like other people like around too. There wasn't like a lot, but there was like this other old man that was like a little further away, but he was there and he was just like on his phone. So I was like, okay, if he's ignoring it, then I should ignore it too. And then she starts crying like, ah! And then I'm just like, okay, train, like how long until this train comes? You know, like this is kind of getting awkward. So the train comes in like a minute or two after she completely starts bawling. And this is the thing. I think they were gonna go the same way, or at least like they were going to be on the same train. They both walked in to the train. But then all of a sudden, right before the doors closed, the lady just ran out. The guy was like, oi! You know, like, hey! Because it's kind of dangerous to do that. She just ran out of the train. And as soon as she did that, in my mind, you know, I'm very morbid and mentally ill. So I was like, oh my god, she's gonna like kill herself. Like, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna witness my first like dead body. I was actually like legit like really scared, like, because she just like ran out so fast. I was actually like, oh my god, I'm gonna see someone die. How am I gonna say this on stream? You know, I'm messed up, guys. I'm sorry. This is just what happens when you're a streamer. She ran out. It's okay. She was fine. She just ran out and she just cried and like went up the stairs. And I was like, what the fuck? So it was just like, it was just so dramatic. It was just very, very, very dramatic. And the guy was in the train with me, you know, because we were on the train. And the guy was just like, you know, he was like putting his hand in his head, and he was just like really stressed. And I felt so bad, but I witnessed the whole thing, and I was just like, I mean, like, you know, this has nothing to do with me, so I wouldn't ever do anything. Like, I wouldn't try to console one of them or something. Like, it's not my place. But I felt so bad watching this go through. But at the same time, I was just like, this is so dramatic. Like, but actually, though, I was so scared that she was about to jump. I was like, what the fuck? Like, everybody on the train was like, what the fuck? Like, she just, like, bolted out of the train. And at that moment, I legit thought she was gonna run to the other side of the train and just be like, what? And I was like, oh my god. I was literally, my heart was pounding. I was like, oh my god, I should look away. You know, I would not look at stuff like this. But it was fine. She went upstairs. Is anyone recording with a phone nearby? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to anyone else besides these two. Yeah, I was like almost gonna be like, I'm not gonna lie, like the only other thing I was thinking of doing when she did that was like, there's like an emergency button on the train that's like usually covered with a cap. Well, depending on which train you're on. I was legit gonna press that button. I was like, oh shit, she's gonna kill herself. Everybody stop the train. I legit thought that. I was like, imagine I did that and she just ran up the stairs. Oh my god. And then I had to explain myself, but I don't even speak Japanese, so I'm just gonna be like, saisho wa kono カップルすごく悲しいな女の子あと多分relationship はもう終わりですかだから喧嘩した and 電車のドア open です and 二人ともwent in and 急に突然女の子 ran out of a door ですだと私は in my 頭 thinking殺人です you know imagine me explaining that to like the cops or the train conductors who will be like, oh, what happened? It would have been a disaster. I am so happy I did not press the emergency button because I legit was going to. I was like, oh my god, if I see her go near the tracks, I'm pressing that button. So, you know, good thing that she was just not thinking of that. So, I believe I'm understanding what you're saying. Oh, that's because you guys speak English and it was mostly English. So, yeah, Totsuzen is kind of funny. Like, you know, like suddenly she like ran out. That's what I wanted to convey. And anyways, I had this whole scenario running in my head while during the train ride. I was like, oh my god, what if like she did it and then I pressed the button and then actually didn't do it and then she's like left and then I had to explain myself. And I literally thought that on the train ride while this guy next to me was like putting his head in his hands and just being like, why is my girlfriend or my ex-girlfriend at this point like so dramatic? I don't know. It was so like low-key. I'm not gonna lie, it was low-key kind of funny. Not their situation, but like my situation. Even though I didn't have a situation, it was just me overthinking. But yeah, it was a whole ass drama shoot. It was crazy. Couldn't believe I witnessed that. After I saw that, I was like, can't wait to tell the Alu peeps this. And I was like, what the fuck? This happened like a week ago, and I low-key almost forgot. I should just write down stuff that happens to me, or just like write down stuff that I see. Yeah, I legit like was just thinking like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell them that, and then I low-key for like the next like 500 years. Best soap opera of 2023.